Hey, welcome to Pro Listening here, and we've got a panel full. We got a panel full of people here today. We've got Sergey with us. We've got Michael. We have Kyle. We've got Judy, and we've got Fern with us today. And I think there's going to be more people popping on here because you know what? We're going to be talking about some really cool stuff, especially something that really impacts everybody in this industry. And the big thing is the building of relationships and long life friendships, okay, or lifelong friendships. And you know, a lot of us that have been at this event this past weekend, you know, we really experienced that. And you know, we experience it right here too, like right on these hangouts. And but you know what? It's amazing what happens when we are all impacted when we meet each other directly. Okay. That's what is really so cool about it, because you know, it's one thing to sit on here and I mean we see everybody on here, but it's another thing when you're sitting down at a table and you're having this conversation and different things come up and you hear the different stories that you know, about people and stuff like that in it, and you get to really know people, and by the time you leave that, I mean, it's the saddest day when you got to leave and go back, because you're just getting to know these people, you're just bonding with them. So, you know, this is why I love the fact that we do these events every 3 months, because it allows us to get back and meet and you know, hang out again with the team. I'll tell you, when we were down in Nashville, it was such a beautiful place. You know, I wish that we all could have just moved in there and just that's where we could have stayed, because that, I mean, when you become a part of this culture in here, you begin to realize that, you know, this is where you want to be, right? And everything outside that just kind of doesn't matter that much anymore. Okay? And I'm not saying your family doesn't matter, your friends don't matter, or something like that. I mean, it's just, it's a totally different culture that you get embedded into, okay? And I want to talk about that with some of the people that were actually down there. I know Mark is going to be on in a little bit. So I'm not sure. Kyle, I think you were there at the event, right?
Yes, I was.
Yeah. So we're going to get your feedback. We're going to get Mark's feedback, and of course, me. I'm going to chatter away on it too, as usual, right? Until somebody shuts me up, puts the duct tape on, or whatever it is, right? So I guess what we'll do is we're going to just walk across here. I'm going to actually start with Judy Gunn, because I actually feel really bad because she had to go. It was so early in the morning there. I don't know how early it is right now, but we're going to get you on first, Judy. I don't know if you've ever experienced a hangout, or not a hangout, but an event. But if you haven't, I mean, even these kind of things here, these hangouts, Matt, they can be pretty impactful as well. So why don't we just hear a little bit about you, Judy? You know, how you came involved in here and how you found these relationships that you're building with this team.
Okay. Well, I've been in network marketing for about 15 years, and I've been to a lot of events. I went to all the trainings, all the events. They're all around Australia, and I always went to all of them. And events are very important because you get to be with other people, but I do find, and I have no idea how I found Empower Network. I must have clicked on something and then got something back, and then I was away. But I do find with this culture that there seems to be more support than there was in the network marketing. Network marketing is great, and I love the products and everything I'm using, but they're a little bit segmented, you know, like they have their own teams and they don't always share with another line of people. Whereas I find with Empower Network, everybody helps everybody, which is the way it should be. And I've been in contact with a couple of people that were having, I was actually able to help someone. Someone was having problems with something on the computer, and I said, oh yeah, I did that too, and I found out how to do it, let me show you. So that was really exciting to be able to help someone else. And I've had a lot of assistance from people because there's a lot of things here I need to learn. But yeah, I just couldn't be at the event. It was too soon. I didn't have the money. And I still don't have the money, but I'm saying that I'm going to be at the next one, so we'll make it happen. But yeah, thanks to all you lovely people. I'm enjoying the ride. It's great.
Well, you know what? I really appreciate that because this is a different culture. I mean, I'm in my 36th year in this business. I started back in 79, 80, something like that, and it's the same thing. Wherever you go, there's always companies are going to come out with a good product or a good compensation plan or both, or maybe not so good of each or whatever. But the one thing every single business lacks is the training ability to train the people in their business. Okay,
Yeah.
a lot of them just
Correct.
don't know how to do that, and this is where the frustration happens with people online today. So this is why I embraced Empower Network 4 years ago. People that know my story, I went away. I was broke. I joined. I made money. I went away. I went broke again. Came back and made money. So it just goes to tell you that this is where the money is being made. Okay, I can't say that it's not being made anywhere else. All I can say is that I'm being coached and guided and mentored here where I wasn't anywhere else. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, that's what
Right.
I was saying, that to get somebody to help you when you come to a wall and you want to do it, but you don't know how to do it, and you don't know what the system is and the process. There's always someone here that you can reach out to, and they will help you. I've been talking with Bill online. I don't know where he's from, but we've been helping each other with the videos, and so he'd send me his, and then I'd say, well, I've done this, what do you reckon? And so, yeah, it's really great to have someone to contact and to reach out to. So even though I haven't been to an event yet, I do enjoy these hangouts because it sort of makes you feel like you are connected.
Well,
And thanks to everyone.
Exactly, and this is like I said, it's the culture. Everybody is there to give a helping hand of some kind. Whether they have the expertise or they don't have the expertise or whatever it is, they will do whatever they can to help one another in here. This is the first place, again, that I've come, the first company I've come to that have actually been seriously organized in everything that they do. Even back when I first went with them, they were very well organized. When I came back, it was 100 times better, and I'm not even joking about that. I am talking about the organization, the way the leaders are aligned together. Okay, there isn't, like you said earlier, a lot of times you get different leaders and they separate. It's like they keep it, like they're competing against each other, right? Yeah. Here they don't. I mean, I was fortunate. I hung out with all the leaders down there. Alex Zubrev, Michael Martin, John Oakes, Justin and Dee Varengia, Mike Hobbs, Tracy Walker, Lawrence Tam. All of these leaders, even though they have their own different teams, they're all there to support each other because that's just what we do, right? And that's what makes us so different from anything else that's out there. So let's go over to some of the others that are in here. Fern, let's go to you. I'm going to bounce around, and I'm just going to pick people at random here, okay? Fern, you have never been to one of our events yet. You've experienced the hangouts and stuff like that, but you do have a bit of a background in real estate and stuff like that, so I'm assuming that you have actually gone to different kinds of corporate events and know what I'm talking about. So,
of course. Well, every once in a while, right here in our city, for real estate agents, and we have seminars, education seminars, which I attend most of them. I'm not attending any anymore because I'm slowing down in that field. I'll tell you one thing. I've also in the past was trying to think of groups that I tried, and the first one that we tried was Amway. I think everybody has tried Amway. And of course, you have to order products. The truck comes in, drops that into your driveway, and then you got to sort it out, and then call the people to come and pick it up. Well, that was a pain in the arse as far as I'm concerned. Another one was Noni. That was the same thing. A product which you ordered, and pre-sold and so on, ordered, and then you have to distribute to the people. I thought that was a pain as well. With my wife, the wife and I, the one that I ACN, we attended a one of these events in Toronto. Good God, there must have been 3,000 people in that room, and the speakers. I mean, that was tremendous. That one. However, you know, it was, you were selling peanuts, so you were getting peanuts. You know, like selling long distance calls, long distance services, and that type of thing. So I left that one, and then this winter, well, I started chasing the internet. I said there's got to be something else out there that's, you know, that's good, that's better than what I've seen. And then I come across Empowered Network, and well, as good God, all we seem to be doing is watching videos. Like last night, our team and so on, and then of course I hooked up to the Titan video for the Titan thing that's coming up. Well, that's a 4-hour thing.
Yeah.
4-hour video. I've only got 2 hours into it.
Yeah.
What can I say? You can see the experts. The experts, you know, that they're bringing on to this video to talk about it right now. This Earl guy, and then I forget who else. Mars is another one that talked on this one. And there's a lot of education coming out from some of these people, and it's encouraging. The money is not coming in too quick there yet. You know, as you know, Carl, I bought some traffic. I've got a lot of leads, but not as many. You know, like I think it's 300 and some leads, but 207 in my contacts. You know, 3 people signed up, but 2 opt out, so I've only got 1 left. What can I say? I don't know how we can do what we can do here to for these.
We're actually going to be working on that. You know, with the new Project Titan that's coming out, and again, we can't really talk about it, right? Because we're under NDA. But you know, there's a lot there that's going to be changing. And yes, we do have lots of videos, because that is, you know, it's all part of our training. But we get live training at these events. Okay, where they're more in depth into anything. I think, Mark, you took some in. I don't know if you did, Kyle. You know, but they can contest, and when we bring them on, they can talk about that. But you know, again, you know, it's the experience. I mean, I'm sure that with your experience that you had, you made and built some relationships and some lifelong friendships with some of these people at these events where you wouldn't have had you not attended.
That's
right?
Correct. That's
so
correct.
You know, this is the thing that that's so important about everything. You know, I mean, look, there's lots of companies out there, and there's always going to be them. They're going to come up and they're going to go, and some are going to stay or whatever. They all have different types of products and services, and they all run a different way. You know, we're not saying that anything is worse than anything else, or that. We're just saying that we're different. You know, at Empower, we're different than anybody else. And
I can see that.
Yeah, we are. We're very, very, very different. Our culture is different than anything I've ever been involved in. And again, I've probably been involved in about 18 different companies over the years that I've been involved in online marketing, right? But this one here is the most unique culture I've ever been. Like this past event we went to, I'm not a spiritual guy. Okay, you know, I'm not a guy who goes to church. I'm not anyone like that. You know, I'm not. And I'll be quite honest with it. And it was because of things that happened earlier in my life why I don't do that, right? You know, I'm not atheist by any means. I don't know what the hell. My wife calls me something. There's a term for a guy like me. But, you know, I have my own beliefs. I believe it my own way, whatever that is. But this was very spiritual for me. More than anything, this event here was more spiritual than anything, and I couldn't believe the emotion in that went out at this event versus anything else I've been on, right? And you know, I know the videos are long, and you know, remember, you're watching the 4-hour video. We sat there and listened to it all. Okay.
Yes.
So here's what you have to look forward to when you go to an event. You look forward to getting up early, getting breakfast, and then getting to the start of the event by 10 a.m. and then making sure that you've got your running shoes on because you get an hour break between 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. Right?
Wow.
So you bring snacks, whatever it is there, because they don't break. They break for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I think, Mark, that one day, and Kyle, I think we had 40 minutes or 45 minutes one day, right?
Carl, I was going to say, man, I don't know where you were from 10 to 10. I think for me it was like 8 to 3 in the morning. I don't know what you were talking about.
There was a couple
No,
months like that, yes, I know. But I'm talking about the actual event time in there. And
yeah,
then,
no, you're absolutely right.
look at Sunday. We started at 8 a.m. at breakfast on Sunday, and Rita and I went to bed at 7 p.m. the next day, right? I mean, we were up for like 34 hours. And me, I'm telling you, I was on fumes, man, when I got home.
Yeah.
But, I was up filming videos with Connie and Scott at 2:30 in the morning.
Yep.
And this is what you're doing. You're constantly doing, interviews and all that kind of stuff. But this is the business building and the bond building friendships that happen. And you don't get that online. Like, we've got a good bonding friendship here, right? Because I feel like I know all of you here, but I don't know all of you yet, if you know what I mean, right? When we finally meet in person, that's when the whole puzzle gets completed that way, right? So let's, Mark, we'll just go over to you. We'll just jump to you right now,
Sure.
and just give some of your little bit of feedback on the business building relationship and the lifelong friendships that you developed at this thing, because this was your first event, right?
Yeah, no. I mean, it's like we were talking about on Tuesday. I mean, it was really life-changing. It just was so powerful to meet, like Carl and I, we've had some conversations, and we became, I think, a little bit closer once I started jumping on these hangouts. But man, like, we're like best buds now. I mean, it really is. Can I say it's truly lifelong friendships? I've only been doing this 3 months. It was my first event, so I don't know, but it certainly feels that way. People that you barely know, people that you see once or twice a week on this little teeny tiny square box, suddenly become the best friends in the whole wide world. I mean, it really is an amazing experience. I've said it twice now, but it's going to become my mantra. I think that Empower was here. Now it's here. I had belief when I got in, but now it's in my heart and my soul. I can't see myself, not having it be a part of my life. So it is transformative, and especially when you're surrounded by negativity all the time, life throwing you curveballs all the time, and people just thinking differently than you. It's just so, I hate to use the word empowering, but it really is. It's empowering to have all these people just, who hardly even know you, but just, when David says, "I believe in you," that's not just a catchphrase. It's not a line. He does. And, when people on the team tell you how much they believe in you and your ability, and you can do this, it's just so strong. It's such a belief builder in you. You talk about having to watch the videos and things like that. I watched lots and lots of videos for a while, and you see the excitement in the room, but you don't feel it. It didn't really mean that much to me. And then when I was there and I felt it and I experienced it, and that energy just rips through you. I look at even the replay of, you guys were watching it for the first time. Carl and I and Nicole, and we were watching it again, and all of a sudden you feel that emotion that you used to watch and go, oh, they're looking like they're having a good time, or they're excited or whatever. It's like a lightning bolt passes through you. I mean, I really did feel, and I understand what you're talking about, Carly, with it being spiritual. It's transcendent. It really is. I never really was into the whole holistic and the Justin Ferengian sort of thing, but I can see how you can get caught up in it. I mean, even some of the very simple exercises Will has you do with breathing and grounding yourself and, you know, feeling the energy from the earth and all that stuff. I mean, it's almost hard not to become more spiritual. It's almost hard to not become more in tune with the earth that you live on, and these forces that you don't see, you don't know exist, but you just sort of feel like they're there.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, there was an exercise that actually Justin had us do on stage, and I don't know how you guys felt about that, but it was weird to me because you know, when he stood on the stage there and he had us close our eyes and put our hands up like this, and it was weird, guys, because I felt it. I don't know if anybody else did, but my hands got warm, like there was something in between my hands. And you know, again, I'm a tough guy to make a believer of that kind of stuff on, but somehow, I mean, you know, that sort of thing. This is what I mean, like, you know, something happened at that event that just changed my mindset, my thinking, and everything that I do, right? And it's really weird because it's going to happen to you, and you're going to wonder what the heck, right? Because you're not, and it's, I think it's because of the energy that is in that room. You know, it's just all the energy coming together. Because when you get in there, I'm telling you, you can't help but get involved in that energy, right?
No. Carl, can I say one more thing? I think I'm over my choking fit now. All of a sudden, I'm like choking to death. You know, we talk about how the success in this business is so reliant on your belief. And, you know, I had a pretty good belief before the event, but I noticed one thing when I got back from the event that never happened, excuse me, prior to the event. All of a sudden, out of the blue, like out of the woodwork, people are contacting me and asking me for information about what I do and what, you know. I had a person, I don't even know who this person is, say they tried to sign in and sign up, and they were having a hard time doing it from their phone. Do they need a computer or not? And I don't even know where they're from. I don't know where they saw me. They're ready to sign up, and I don't even know who this person is or where they're from. And that sort of thing never happened. I think the event changed me, and I think that reflects in my in my posts and in my blogs and in my, you know, communication with people on social media. And all of a sudden, it's just like they all talk about, and I'm starting to very slowly see the change. It's pretty remarkable that suddenly people are chasing me down instead of the other way around. And I remember them talking about it, and I kept thinking to myself, yeah, okay, whatever, you know, that would be nice. But all of a sudden it's happening, and it's all, I think it's, and I don't really feel that different in terms of my belief from prior, but emotionally I'm a different person when it comes to this, and my belief is so much stronger, even though it was there before. And I think that comes out in the things that we're doing after the event, and all of a sudden, you know, these changes are occurring. It's
Well, you know where
amazing.
this is all coming from? This is coming from this. You know, there's one package that we have in there called the mass influence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this is what you're experiencing right now, Mark. You're experiencing the reversal. You're becoming the hunted rather than being the hunter, and that's what mass influence is all about. And mass influence is about influencing people. You know, when you are sharing your journey, like we did at the event, we're out there, we're sharing everything out there. People want to be on board. They want to get on that crazy train and get with us and go, right? And that's the mass influence. That's why each one of our products has and focuses on a particular part of your development, okay? And you know, what you just talked about here, that's the mass influence part of our product that you're going to get into. Okay, I mean, I've been through each one of our products probably a dozen times each. I'm going through them all the time, watching the videos, listening. You know, I stop the video, I write down the stuff. I go through, I take notes over and over because I learn different things from those products, right? And that's part of the business building relationship that you form with this company, right? Not just with individuals, but with the company too. And now you're starting to build those kind of relationships with people you've never met. So, okay, let's go on. Let's, Michael, let's go over to you. Then I'm going to go to Setigay. Okay, so Michael, let's go to you. Let's give your thoughts on the lifelong friendships and business building relationships that you've been able to start to build with this company. You haven't been to an event yet, but I know you're going to be there at the next one, wherever that may happen to be.
Right.
So go ahead.
Well, I mean, the hangouts and the training, you get to meet real people doing what the job you're doing. The videos and the audios are also helping change the mindset that I'm in from one, not being able to do something to possibly thinking, I can do it. And as you mentioned before, that the trainings, the live trainings are going to be more are going to be more beneficial as when I get to them, including the one, starting the one in July.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I can hardly wait for all of you who have never been to one of our events, like maybe you've been to other events, but one of ours, what is going to happen, So thanks for sharing that. I appreciate that. Setigay, let's go over to you. And you've been to some of the Empower events because you've been with Empower, for over, I think, almost 4 years, I guess. And so you've been to a few of the events. You know what they do. What are your thoughts on the building relationships and lifelong friendships that you can get, especially with this company? You're muted. Make sure you unmute. Are you there? Oh, maybe she walked away. Okay, we're gonna hop over to Kyle. Sorry, Kyle. Can you come on and let us know, because you were at the event? So I don't know if this was your first one, but let us know your thoughts. Oh, hang on. We don't hear you. Check your mic. Said again, I'll have to get back to you. You weren't around.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay, let's go to you. Kyle, see if you can fix your mic, and then we'll get back to you. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, say it again.
Okay, I was about saying that event changed completely my life, and when I met Alex, Anna, and Michael, and Chrissy, everybody, I thought is new family. I thought I find new people that's same. They are thinking like me, and you have something to do. You have a purpose in their life to do something. You wake up and you know what you're doing now, and you're helping people to reach to that point. That's my purpose, and I love the event, and that's for rest of my life, and I hope everybody feel the same thing.
Awesome. You know what? And you're absolutely right. I mean, I can hardly wait to meet you, because we've never had a chance to meet at an event. So I'm looking forward to the next one, because I know you'll be there, and I know if you haven't bought your ticket, you're going to get your ticket right away, right? So,
yes.
Before it goes up, before it gets too expensive, right now I think they're $97. I don't know if they've gone up to 107 yet, but get your tickets whenever you can, you guys. We got 3 months to get to that next event, okay? And as I mentioned at the beginning, for most of you, you're going to be looking at roughly between 2,000 and 2,500 is going to be roughly, I think, Mark, you could pretty much tell that, in U.S., that's roughly what it's going to cost everybody, give or take, okay? So know that that's the kind of money you got to put aside. For us Canadians, maybe closer to 3, okay, and Australians, because our money is just about the same, okay? So let's go over now to Kyle. Let's see if we can hear from you. And then Nicole, I'm going to get to you last because you came in late and I couldn't throw you under the bus. So, okay, so Kyle, over to you. Let's see if we can get you on mic. I still can't hear you. Crap. No, you're unmuted.
I'll
So
just take over.
hang on.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Whoa.
Wait.
How'd I do that?
I don't know, but it's magic. I love it.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Okay, so let's hear what you had to say about this event.
There are so many things I could say about this event. Yes, it was hard. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Relationships. Yeah, there are so many. I mean, I think I have 2 rides to the Texas event and probably 2 roomies to share. And it was so heartwarming to be there and meet everyone. And gosh, there's so much to say. I don't know what to say.
Well, let's just kind of pick out 1 or 2 different friendship relationships that you formed with down there. I mean, I don't know if you had a roommate down there.
Oh, yes.
So talk about that. I mean, who was your roommate?
I had 3 roommates. I had Larry Mabry and Latoya Williams and Ouse.
Ouse! Whoa! That was a party room. Hey?
Oh, no, I made him go away. I'm old. I needed to sleep.
Thanks, Kyle. You sent him to me.
Well, there's the other party animal.
Yeah, exactly.
No, he stayed with me that last night, but he's a good guy. But he likes to talk. You're right. He likes to talk.
I wish I would have known that you guys were staying there. I needed a room too. I had to come back home early because I had no place to stay.
Oh.
But yeah, Larry and Latoya I've talked to, quite a bit before this trip. And just getting to meet them in person is just, they're so nice and friendly and just huggable, always hugging them. And Ouse, well, if you could get a hold of him, you could hug him. He was a go-getter. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the next one and meeting more people and getting more long-term relationships with each one of them. And getting more pictures with just us people, and a few of the leaders would be nice. I have some, but yeah, it was.
You know what I found that we just didn't have enough time. That's what I found because of the event. I know the next event I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently. I think I'm going to go down a couple of days earlier and maybe leave a day later. Okay. Yep. So that's what I think I'm going to do. I didn't even get a souvenir down there.
No.
I left Nashville. I've never been to Nashville before, and I left there without a souvenir. Yeah. And I think that happened to probably a lot of people, right? I mean, the biggest souvenir I have is everybody there, but you know what I mean, right?
Right.
So, but it's amazing. I mean, like these people are just amazing. I mean, we hung out with Larry, we hung out with Mark and all that kind of stuff. Mark actually danced like for 3 hours before I stood with my wife on the dance floor, right, all night long. So I mean, I always know where to find my wife. I always know where to find her, right? So, which is kind of cool. But it's great that you brought that up.
Yeah, Nicole, I danced with everybody that night.
He danced with the DJ, kind of. No, I'm just kidding.
Did you
I would have danced with Dave if he would have danced with me.
Guys, Dave was so busy. Like literally, I was behind one lady where I was this close to even touching him, but he was so surrounded like paparazzi, stats. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, let's try to get a picture. Mark said, he didn't have much time and he wouldn't wait this long. He's like, maybe next time. I'm like, that's fine. So you can see how big and popular Dave Wood is, man. Like trying to get a hold of him is trying to like going through corporate headquarters. Like you go and call at the call just to get to one person. Like,
Well,
seriously, you know.
this is why he needs a bodyguard, because his stature is like the same
Absolutely.
of Tony Robbins and Gary Vaynerchuk, and right?
Yeah.
So Nicole, I guess it's your turn now. Let us know what your feelings were with everything. I mean, look, you know, you were part of Cast, which was just awesome as well. You know, you and Larry and Jacob Hunt, and there was a few others that were part of Cast, right?
There's that.
And that was amazing.
Pamela,
So
Susie,
let
not Susie.
us know what kind of relationships you built, you know, the friendship bonds that you created, that sort of thing.
Don't know where to begin for me. Like I said, I'm a beginner. I feel like a rookie. I didn't know what to expect going into this, guys, besides just feeling all sorts of, you know, good emotions and, you know, exciting, good emotions and that kind of stuff.
Okay, let me say one thing. Let me say one thing, okay? You got to meet Dee Varengia, okay? So what was it like to meet Dee?
Top of my list. That was, go ahead. I
Go
can't
ahead.
hear you.
Talk to us. Tell us. What was it like to meet her?
Gosh, like I say every time, you know, meetings, being in a new place and you know, time is, for me, is I gotta keep my composure. Like, I don't know what to say, don't know what to expect, you know, I don't know how to feel. It's just, hi, my name is Nicole. Just, it was, like I said, it's like meeting Trace and Walk at the same time too. For me, it was just exciting. I was like, problems, like, what do I say to, you know, this woman? Like, even though like we're the same age, I'm like, this lady is just, she's like David Wood star status to me. You know, meeting her for the very first time in person was just, it's totally different. You know, these are people like us, everyday people, and you know, meeting her was like a celebrity status kind of thing. I don't know really to put it in words. Gosh, just it was exciting. It was amazing, and you know, I adored every little minute that I had to even just speak with her, and I just realized I have her autograph. Maybe later on the video if it's, you know, necessary, I'll show it to you guys. Just it was so, hold her hand, like, you know, I'm like, I followed you and your husband for over 4 years. This is my exact words I said to her. I'm like, I'm not new to Empower Network. I'm like, but meeting you guys for the first time, and I think, you know, seeing you guys in all of your videos is just an absolute honor. Like, you know, I hope that I'm able to get where you are in Empower Network in life one day, you know, and I'll keep, you know, being inspired by all that you do and being, you know, invincibly empowered by all that you do in this business. So yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Okay, well, you know what? It was awesome. I mean, like, you and I, we hung out a little bit. You know, we went and had dinner that one night with Scott Martin and Mark. I think you were there. Yeah, Mark was there, and who else was there? Yes, right. And you know what? I found that night at dinner when we went down there, that was a big bonding moment for us. Okay, I believe, and I mean, we've had a few of those moments, right? At the after party on Saturday night, you know, another big bonding moment that you get to be with everybody. And you know, it's unfortunate they had the team picture and I missed it. I was so upset about that. But you know, because my phone had died in there and no one was able to get a hold of me. So, but you know, there's lots of memories that I've built over there. There's a lot of great people I met, and you know, I want to share one story. And this is a very, very cool story, you guys. Okay, I met two people who actually were complete opposites to each other, who ended up leaving as best friends. Okay, and this will be quite amazing. Okay, some of you might have met Lexi. Okay, Lexi was transgender. Okay, she was the one that had the dog. I don't know if anybody remembered seeing her with the black dog. Okay, ex-military that came out of there with emotional struggles, and that, you know, hard to be in large group places in that. She's slowly adapting to that, right? And then we had, I forget his actual name now, I have it written down someplace, but the other gentleman I talked to, he was homophobic. Okay, he came across and was telling me point blank that he used to beat them up for fun. Okay, he used to beat up gay people for fun, right? And he couldn't stand them. And he was also ex-military, and of course he was discharged because of injury and stuff like that, right? He had a head injury, and he met up with Lexi. They shared their stories and ended up becoming very close friends by the end. Now this just goes to tell you how empowering this company is and what it can do. And I thought that was just an absolute amazing story, because this just goes to show you that people can change their thinking, their thought patterns in any way, shape, or form. So when people think that they can't do something in business, like I can't do this business, or I can't come up with money to buy the products or whatever, it's all here. It's all here. Okay? When you can fight that barrier that's up there, you can do anything. And I mean, these are the kind of lessons that I learned, because I go through these just like everybody else does. Okay? There's challenges that happen. I mean, you guys heard my challenge, or my the challenge that I've had over the last 4 years. I mean, not even 9 months ago, I was almost homeless, right? And I fought through that. I gotta just mute some people here. Okay, got some feedback. So, everybody has an opportunity to change, whatever that might be. Whether it's changing their thought about other people, whether it's racial, whether it's color oriented, whether it's whatever it is, people that I find at this event, realize people for who they are here, and this is where, that's why I'm saying the friendship bonds that we all built there were absolutely amazing. And I learned all of this by sitting around and having dinner with people or lunch with people, and just hanging out in the hallway, taking selfies. It's amazing. Like, Mark and I had a great bond down there, and same thing with Nicole and I, right? I mean, like, we just bond down there, and it was amazing. Like Mark said, I feel like he's like my best friend, Not quite that I'm going to share my wife with him, but, it's like on the dance floor. And Nicole, I mean, she's like a daughter to me, man. I'm so excited to see what's going to happen to everybody in here, and when we finally all get to hang out together, which I know we all will at the next event, because I didn't get time to hang out with everybody. I didn't get to see everybody on Team Consistency when I was there. There's some people I didn't meet. And here's one thing that I started for myself that I want to share, and I shared this last night on the Team Mastermind. But, let me just grab this thing, okay? Our lanyards, okay, that we got, okay, these lanyards here, this is what I did. I got the signatures of everybody who I was on stage with, okay? Now, the one thing that I regretted is that I didn't take my wife's and get all of our Team Consistency and everybody that I met to sign it. And that will never happen again. That was just one mistake I made once. And I think that when you build these friendship bonds and stuff, this is one way for everybody to have that that extended bond, by signing each other's lanyards when we're at events. I mean, I don't know, maybe that sounds kind of corny, but this to me is very, very special. Okay, and I'm going to have this actually mounted and plaqued. Okay, it's that special. It was my very first time on stage, but just having this, everything there, knowing that these are the people I hung out with behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, and everything else. And I don't know if that means a lot to you guys. Maybe it's something that's corny, but it's one way that we can stay connected. Spiritually, whatever. I don't know what happened to me down there, but I'm telling you, it's just I feel close to everybody. And I don't know how anybody thinks on that. I mean, if somebody wants to come in and make a comment on that, let me know.
Carl, Empower got in your heart is what happened. It's just what we were talking about. Yeah. You had belief. You knew that the system would work. You knew that you would make money in this. You knew that you could help people, but now you feel it like never before. Your heart just opens up and you feel it. And, I looked at it as, I wanted to make some money. I wanted to help some people. All the leaders talk about it, but I think the events really help you solidify that what you're really doing is you're changing people's lives and you're helping people, and it's almost a byproduct of that, the money. The money is not the important thing. If you focus on the money, you're focusing on the wrong thing. Yeah. You focus on helping people, you focus on changing people's lives, and then the money will come.
Yeah, it just comes. Exactly. Yeah. Anyone else want to comment on this? Wow.
This may be off topic. I hope that's okay with you, Carl. But being at the event, one of the main purposes of going was, not only to be, inspired and being impacted by many of the leaders in the Power Network, but to also see you speak on stage, because just like you say, you would, which I find very kind for you to say. You kind of referred to me as like your daughter in a mentor sense, I guess. I missed the opportunity to even, because I only paid for like 3 days. But I'm not complaining. I'm just like, there's the next event, so eventually I'll be able to see you there if you're selected to speak on stage again. I want to say I didn't have like a big transformation because it's my very first event, and I went into this event not expecting, because I've never intended anything like this before, so I'm just like, I don't know what to expect out of it. Besides just being inspired, by a lot of people. But being there was just like, man, like I can't believe a place like this. There are so many people here. I've met so many people coming from all sorts of different countries. I'm like, what do I say? What do I do? It's like I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say. Just go there, attend, listen, and take notes. That was just like my top priority. It's like, man, like I don't know what else to do other than that. So it's like trying to get out and mingle around. Like another thing for me to do. So I lack the social skill to be very interactive with people face to face. But I'm learning that just coming out of this event. So that's one thing I've learned so far.
You seem pretty personable to me, Nicole. You didn't seem inside your shell.
Yeah, I mean it is. It is, Mark, because I'm minded when it comes to these kind of things. But the lack of things that I do like is that's been one of them. So, but I'm learning that coming out of my show, being able to record more videos and comfortability to just be myself and speak wisdom to my future customers. So. Pretty much, it is. You're right.
Carl,
are there people on here that didn't hear me speak at all?
Well, I heard parts and not parts of it, Carl. So.
Okay, you know what? I'll share something with you guys.
Okay.
I just want to share with Bibi, when you going to the event, you see all the people, all leaders are like us.
Hang on. Okay, I'm going to share something with you. Can you guys see this?
Yep, we got you.
Okay, you see the big screen that's here?
Yep.
I see it.
So I don't think I can actually put this up yet. So I'll let you guys listen now.
So it's my pleasure to get to the business, right? It's my pleasure to introduce my good friend Carl Albertson, and we go back quite a long time ago. We went through a lot of different things in the past, and nothing consistent, different companies, different owners, and kind of have a similar story. He's from Canada, eh? Sometimes he's like extra money, because the maple syrup supply runs out. They call me like, Alex, tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. I want you guys to hear this story because it's really, really deep and emotional. The things that he had to overcome. And Carl, why don't you take it away now?
Great, thanks. Hopefully I won't be too emotional, but it's a big lesson for everybody to do this. Like Alex, I've been knowing each other for a while. I actually joined Alex with Firearms back in 2011. That big deal. And I was one of those guys that says, I don't do startups. Wait till they get their crap together and then I'll come back here, right? So I waited till September 2012 to come back on board. And during that time, I almost went broke. I was very close to losing everything. And Rena, my wife there, she right down there, she backed me, but she wasn't on board. Okay, and a lot of you, we have spouses here that weren't on board, right? So fast forwarding, I went to stayed with your company and made about $25,000 see you from this week. And again, I still wasn't transformed properly, right? So I left at the end of December 2015, and I thought, you know what, I can do better. So I went on and went on a downward spiral, like really bad. I got involved in a couple of programs, one particular one. I put about 700 people into it, and then the owner thought that he made a lot of money and decided to take off all the money. And at that time, so we all know that people don't join companies, they join people, right? Yeah. Right. So these people that joined me thought I ripped them all off, so they attacked me on social media and everything. And I literally went into the darkness. I couldn't, I didn't know what I was going to do anymore. And it got to a point where Rena and I, we sat down and we made a decision that I was going to sell everything, give her the money so she could go back home, and I was going to go homeless. I didn't want her to go back home. Alex phoned me up and said, Carl, what are you doing now? You need to come back and look at this. So at that point, I was ready to do anything because I didn't want to separate from her. So came back second time around, okay? First time, I came in, I made money, I left, I went home. Second time, I come back, I made money, made money every single month. You know that it didn't. I've made money and the income has just been going up. And then I transformed in January. I got it, right? And it was because of the consistency here with everything that they provided me, the mindset, listening to everybody like my Hobbs and Justin and Dee. And, you know, I plugged in, you guys. I plugged in. And the only way I could have done that is when I was all in. So I hope any of you out there that haven't been all in, now's the time. You got to get all in your business. You got one life to live it. Okay, live it right. So
you also have to like go all in story.
Here it is. Okay. Skeptic Carl. I come into the system, and I came in at the elite level, which we've been here to circle back there. And then I started to lose a couple of commissions, and oh crap, I can't let this happen. So I upgraded to team builder. Okay. So I thought, okay, I made a good enough, I'm going to make some money. Well, within 8 days, I lost $9,000 in commissions. Okay? 3 mass influence in 8 days. Okay, I didn't learn from the first one I lost. I didn't learn from the second one I lost. And I didn't learn from the third one I lost. Now, I don't know about you guys, but $10,000 is like half your salary. Right? I lost that in 8 days. So guess what happened on the 9th day? Yeah, I got smart. I woke up. Okay? He didn't want me to upgrade. So that's basically the story. You know, you guys, you can't just wait. You just got to do it, okay? Stop the procrastination. I did it. Don't think there's anything else that's better out there. Just remember my story. I came, I joined, I made money, I left, I went broke. Came and made money. Guess what? I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, so that's it there. So you guys got to see it now for those of you that didn't get a chance to see it. So I was starting to get emotional again. Jeez. So is everybody there? I can't hear anybody.
Sure, I'm here.
Muted.
Yeah, we're there.
That's why. Okay. Gee, I was thinking, what the heck did I do? I go and play a video and I can't hear anybody. So, okay. So, you know, some of you saw it. That was the second time you saw it around. But, you know, for those of you who didn't see it, now you know what it's like. And you know what? It's all about, you know, sharing your story. Now you know what my story has been like for the last 4 years. And, you know, when you get grounded in a company, you don't just because things just don't go the way that you hope they go, doesn't mean that you're not going to get there. Okay, and this is the problem with this industry, with people in this industry. They get involved in a program, and if they don't see results quickly, they go, it just doesn't work. It's broken. It doesn't work. Well, you know, I was with the company for 18 months and made $25,000. You know, to most people, you know, that's not a lot of money because they need to make a couple of thousand a month. But I stuck with it for 18 months before I thought I could go off and do something better. Now, again, I've been with this company now since October. Okay, and again, see income disclaimer on the site. But I've been with this company now, what is it, 6 months now, and I've done, I don't know, roughly around $12,000, $13,000 in sales. Okay, but again, folks, you know, those of you on the panel that know me, I follow the 8 core commitments every single day, and I go beyond that even. Okay, I have a blog. I blog every day. I do a video and I put it on my blog every day. I sometimes do 2 to 3 videos a day. Okay? I hit my Facebook and I do posts at least 9-10 times a day on all my social media, because whatever post I do on Facebook, I do it on LinkedIn, I do it on Google+, I do it on Twitter, I do it on Pinterest, I do it on Instagram. Okay? Why? Because it's my business. I have to do that. That's part of my daily activities. You know, you're going to hear all the time, you know, daily productive activities or daily income producing activities. You're going to hear that all the time from the big leaders. If you're not doing that, that's why you're not making money. This is not a job where you get paid every 2 weeks whether you work or not. That's when you go and work for somebody else until they figure that out, that you're not doing anything. and then you hit the road. Okay? Here, it's a matter of survival. Mark has his own business. He's a surgeon. He's got staff. He's got overhead. If he doesn't do his job every single day, he doesn't have his practice anymore. It's the same thing with Fern, with his real estate. If he doesn't do what he needs to do every day, following his daily activities every single day, that doesn't produce any income. You can't come to the internet and assume that that's going to happen. This is why we do events. This is why we do team meetings. This is why we have hangouts, okay? It's all about building these relationships, building our business together, creating these long-term bonded friendships, and all of us together doing this. This is what creates your success, okay? There's a whole bunch of stuff. There's a whole bunch of parts that need to be done in this business, not just throwing $1,000 down or $5,000 down and expect to get paid back, okay? And this is what part of my journey has been like, and that's what I talked about on stage. You got one life, man. You got to live it, okay? And live it the best way you possibly can. Find out what it is you want and live it, right? So I'll leave it at that. I don't know if anybody else wants to comment on that. I mean, you know, you obviously just heard my story again for some of you, and some of you that for the first time. At least you have an idea. So any last comments before I let you guys go and get away from me for at least 4 days?
Yeah.
I just have one comment real quick, Carl. I just want to say for the rest of the panel, man, you're an inspiration. You know, we watch what you do every day. We see what you do. I mean, you know, I follow you on Facebook and everything else, and you know, we all just try to model what you're doing. You model the leaders, and you know, forever all the panel members, man, you're right up there. So just wanted to say, you know, we value you and what you do here. I do have to run. I got to go back to my thing, but it was good seeing everybody, and I'll check in with you guys next Tuesday.
Awesome. Thanks for stopping by, Mark.
No problem.
Okay, so the rest of you, I mean, you know, being on this panel, you know, this edifies you. I hope you understand that. This is why I want you to put up your name bars, okay, so people remember. Some of you will get you figured out how to do that down the road, okay? But the name bars are very, very important, okay? Because when people come in to see you, they're going to recognize your name. If you change this, okay, thanks, Judy. Thanks for stopping by, and I'm glad you had a chance to speak on here. We'll see you next Tuesday, hopefully. Okay?
Bye,
Thanks
Judy.
So, you know, I really appreciate everybody here. Yeah, I hope you understand that. Every time you come on to this thing, you have no idea how much I appreciate the fact that you come and hang out here with me. You know, I want to do whatever I can to help you get exposed out there. You know, have people coming in and joining you, and you know, making sure that people know who you are and know that you are a leader. Because those of you coming on here every single week, people are going to know that you guys are very serious about your businesses, okay? And they're going to want to get involved with you. You know, it's those that go and join a business and completely stay in the shadows. Those are the ones that, you know, people tend to, you know, stay away from or ignore, right? You can't join a business and not be in front of people's face. You know, if I had my sports card store back then and I didn't advertise and I didn't talk to anybody, my business wouldn't have been around very long, right? So this is a business. It's not like you're an employee anymore. You know, you're more like an employer, if anything, right? But you need to. It's your responsibility to get in front of everybody's face every single day. That's why we blog daily, okay? We listen to Inner Circles for the motivation that we need to keep us going. Okay? We read a book for the extra knowledge that we need. Okay? You attend events. You attend all the Monday night calls. You know, the hangouts, whoever's holding hangouts, myself and whoever else might be doing them. You know, the team masterminds that we have. This is why we do these things, to help build you up, to help build your business. Because without everybody, I mean, we're pretty much nothing, right? So, but I just wanted to put that in there, and I really do appreciate everybody. I hope you all know that, how much I do appreciate you all coming on here. And you know, I'm looking so forward to meeting everybody in person at the next event, because I know you'll all be there. I don't even have to even think about that, because I know you'll be there. And I'll leave it at that, so I don't go rambling on for another hour or 2 or 3 or 4, right? So
thank you, Carl, again for another hangout, and see you Tuesday.
You bet. Thanks, everyone. Have a great weekend. Okay. Don't forget Saturday night at 9 p.m. Okay.
Carl,
Make sure you sign your NDA. You get that NDA signed so you can get into that, because without the NDA you can't get there.
Carl?
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Can I talk to you after everybody's gone?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
No problem.
Thank you.
Yep. So just hang on
I don't
here.
love you guys or anything, but you know, I need some help.
No problem. Okay, so I'm gonna end it right now. As soon as everybody's out, just stay on here, Kyle. You and I'll have a talk.
Okay,
Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. Have a great weekend.
See you next.